we have a nice little show match here brought to you by the Koreans, Japanda.tv and Lawlight, organizing this little Warcraft 3 Reforged Battle Royal. And how this goes is that we have an amateur match and a pro match, and it's all gonna be best of 5, so 2 matches today. The first one is Luna versus ThundeR, aka Michael, aka Lucifer's brother, aka now Michael. Which is really confusing, but you know what we're talking about, right? So we have an undead versus human. Yay!
It's your favorite matchup, Neo, isn't it?
It absolutely is. I love it.
Oh, and good morning, Todd. Tuning in just in time to witness the imbalance. Isn't that right? Hope you're doing well in Vegas. Looking forward to meeting you again in 1.5 days. Something like that. Also, guys, don't forget, tonight is going to be the next edition of Todd's podcast, the Town Hall Meeting. Despite being abroad, that is no reason not to go for that one with Lado and Juan and some others that I'm forgetting right now.
Crota.
A town is under siege.
Oh, yeah, right. And Taker.
And Taker. Alright, so we have ThundeR in the upper right, also known as Rojin Wook. Man, this guy has had so many nicknames, but we call him ThundeR from now on. Finding a potion of greater mana, noise. And Luna, we haven't seen Luna too much, have we?
I'm not sure I've ever seen him, actually. He's playing a very unusual build here. It's a ghoul opening, and ThundeR scouting the main is expecting an expansion because there's no tech on the way yet. But that's not the case. Both are going towards the enemy expo, so that doesn't exactly yield the greatest results. However, also in position for a base attack is now ThundeR, but he's gonna go for the green first. And yeah, it looks like Luna definitely has a big misread here. Maybe they practiced before, maybe they played before, maybe he's totally putting Rojin Wook on this fast expansion playstyle, but that is not the case. So the school opening early on probably won't be able to do much damage unless he wants to commit to the main. But he only has 2 ghouls. It's not even that much pressure that he can put on.
Yeah, completely walking into nowhere. Can now creep a little bit, but that's it. I mean, he could cancel the shop, could maybe dive for the economy with the ghouls. There's a lumber mill coming now, so no blacksmith yet, but it's very early in the tech, so that's fine. And his main base is getting the graveyard cancelled and forced into a TP. This is definitely not how he imagined the early game to go.
Yeah, I was wondering if perhaps he didn't have a scout acolyte, but he did have one, but he missed to see where the human was going. So this scout acolyte mistake is turning this early game into a bit of a disaster here in the early stages for Luna. Important thing here is to not lose all the acolytes. Also the base build, Neo, you know, I'm the architect undead. I'm always paying very close attention to the base build. It's a little bit weird because the ziggurats wall off half the gold mine. And by wall off, I mean fully wall off, so the acolytes can't get out towards the right-hand side, which can be a problem. He almost lost an acolyte for that. That would have been expensive, but he saved it. At the end of the day, it's only the graveyard delayed, but that does delay fiends by quite a while. And ghouls, you know, we keep on talking about it. They have a place early to harass, and they have a place late game when they get frenzy. But it's the stage in between, tier 2 to tier 3, where they're very weak, where you normally want to rely on fiends. And that graveyard being cancelled so late is going to be painful.
True that. So what can he do now? He can build a lich and build a tech, maybe, but that's about it. So not much pressure. Maybe an undead tier 2 expansion? What do you think about that?
That would be something new.
Yeah, yeah. Probably for a reason.
I mean, can't do it right now, as the human is around AM very close to level 3. That one ghoul would do it. One more shot, and oh, he almost had it. But perhaps the skeletons are good enough. In fact, they are. However, AM himself needs to be a little careful over here. He's hurt, the footies are hurt. A Lich coming in with a Nova could find a lot of kills.
But still not here yet. Just started production. And no tier 3, as well as the illusion is scouting for it. So what can he do? He basically has only skeletons to work with and one more coil on level 1. That's 70 damage. And okay, Frostmourne. Wait, is it one more hit and then a coil and that's a TP? With the aura, he's definitely faster. Oh, the frog block. Not happening. Wait.
That was very good movement by Luna. It's important when you chase like that to not just right-click on the AM, but you have to move command in front of him to actually catch up with him. If you just click on him, that's not good enough. And that's some pretty advanced stuff that we rarely see, really. And I'm kind of impressed to see Luna do that. That was the TP force, and that TP being gone is either going to be gone for a long time or very expensive to replace. Luna does replace it, 350 gold. That's really expensive in the mid-game stage. That basically rules out tier 3 for a long time.
Why is it not enough if you just right-click him? What happens then?
He gets in range, and then he tries to kind of swing, but to swing, he stays in position. Or, haven't you seen that before? Like, a unit that's slightly faster than the other unit is chasing that second unit, and they get in range, and then they kind of stutter, and then they fall back. And then they get in range, and then they stutter, and then they fall back. And they can't quite connect with a hit.
A player's forces are
That's when the movement speed difference is low, which was the case right there. Also something we used to see with Demon with boots against the DK with Aura way back in the day. But hold on, the Lich is coming in and almost getting surrounded. Oh, nice anti-surround there by Luna. The second nice little micro move here in just a few minutes. Brought in a mana potion as well, so has more coils to work with. Still one Coil Nova combo ready. The AM still has to be careful. And this AM invested into another TP and into the Zeppelin. That's 600 gold in the mid-game, going into no army at all.
Yeah.
That is a problem. He is accelerating very slowly in terms of strength.
Feels like Luna finally arrived in this game. Tier 3 is coming up. He finds some nice micro moves, as you mentioned. He killed a rifleman to keep their numbers low. And he has a Garg ready for the Zeppelin. It's empty. Threatening a drop, trying to distract a little from more creeping, because he needs the Mountain King levels. Archmage is fine, but the inventory in general, all he has is a talisman. That's kind of low.
Oh, wow. Is ThundeR actually expanding right now? Spending 600 gold on non-army and then expanding? That is so greedy if he is to do it. And it's looking like he plans to do it. Yeah. Right? They're staying. Oh my god, that's so greedy. If Luna just assembles a tier 3 push right now, you should have a pretty good chance at killing off Roger Mick.
We have a Dark Ranger, but he's not scouting, he's not pushing yet. Just keeps on creeping. Lich has a nice claw +9, by the way. Ankh, meh, but 2 statues out. Still not a single fiend. The anti-air is a Garg. That says something. The Zeppelin didn't do anything, by the way. Was immediately countered. And now they share the middle of the map. Is there anything interesting in the marketplace? Yep, claws, and he gets them. +20 Lich. Hello.
Expo wasn't scouted yet, so it's about to come up, about to yield benefits. But now the Undead is going in. Luna looking for the creep jack. Nova in the back. Frenzy Ghouls in range as well. Going for the AM right away. He's going to have to TP out of this probably pretty soon. Tries to make it to the shop for the invul. But he just purchased that with the MK. So he does have to TP out. Needs to be careful with the range here. Some of the army might be left behind. And that is absolutely the case. Uh-oh. Big mistake by Rogenwook. Not thinking of the teleportation range. And oh my god. It's like 12 supply lost on the way back.
Yep. Yep, that was rough. I thought for a second you would be happy, since we saw Thunderclap for the first time in what feels forever. But that hurt. That hurt big time. And now the Archmage is low. Is there a Coil Nova ready? Nope. Oh, wait, he could eat something. Silence on the Mountain King. Well done. The Talisman was sold. There's an Invo Potion and a Heal Scroll. Mountain King is forced back. At least he got level 3, but that's the only thing he has going for himself.
To be fair though, Luna doesn't have much army left here at all. Oh, MK. Here comes the invul, heal scroll perhaps soon after. Watch Elementals are standing, but we do have one destroyer at least to deal with them. That's more experience going Luna's way, who's getting closer to level 4 DK, I guess. Tower's about to come up. Okay, we have 2 towers at the expansion. Peasants there instantly to repair. ThundeR has to hold this, otherwise this game is lost.
Doesn't look good. Towers down. First Fiend arrives as well. No statue anymore, though, but counter expansion by Luna. So even if that fails here and he can't crack this Town Hall, he has a backup plan. Right click on the Mountain King again. Thunderclap, heal scroll, Lich in trouble, Stormbolt, right clicks, and that's almost. Oh, it isn't! Town Portal swap, but he was stunned. Oh no. The game of throws.
He's coming back.
It was the Ankh. Ah. Oopala.
Nice little play. Last second transfer, but also good hold here by ThundeR.
Wait, where's
Just
the TP
barely
then?
Survives.
Where's
Did he
his...
sell his TP?
I was surprised and I checked the inventory of the Death Knight and it was empty, so I thought it's a town portal. But no. Okay, so we are going to 2-base, 2-base. Still tier 2, by the way. Getting breakers now. And upgrades for these spell breakers. Attack upgrades. Hoopala.
I don't know if Luna is aware of the tech, but if human is tier 2 only, like he is here, mass A-bombs and destroyers is the way you want to go. So a second slaughterhouse would be a good idea. Scout is coming in now from 1 militia, sees the expansion, almost done though. Can't cancel this anymore. And Luna on the way to the run by towards the expansion. It's going to be towers falling once again, but these towers buy time for the army to come in. Because ThundeR isn't so far away. It's going to be able to arrive here in time before losing too much, I imagine. But MK has the hammer. What's he going to look to kill? One rifle dies.
More rifle falling, indeed. Only 3 priests in the back, but man, focus fire only on the rifle to take him out. Now switching a little. And that's a GG. Can't withstand this undead force anymore. And with that, after not the greatest early game with that misread and the ghoul play, Luna takes it home. After what was a disastrous town portal, of course.
Yeah, that early game was really weird. Acolyte Scout missing being the big problem there. Or Acolyte Scout missing the army, I should say. But boy, like, I can't believe how greedy that was. There was 600 gold going into TP and Zeppelin, and then another 600 into expansion. That is 1200 gold you're missing for army. And he almost held on. It's like a miracle that he almost held on. I guess that was thanks to the early game where he killed the graveyard and killed 1 or 2 ghouls, so he did some damage there as well. But yeah, very unusual game. Normally, on the top level, it's all about fast expansion. Anna tries to break it. Human goes to either tanks or knights gyros. And it's kind of a survival game. This was a little bit different.
Right. Quite interesting, though. It's an amateur game, of course, like the warm-up for the pro match, which will later be Lawliot versus Maiko. I always like this, like kind of the early rounds in cups, like round of 32 or something.
Yeah, and nice to see these faces once again, finally. Last time we really saw them was WGL qualifiers last year, last season, where we get a chance to see the tier 3, tier 4 Asian scene. Normally it's always, the greats, Infeed, TH, 1-0, Focus, Lawlight that we see all the time. But now here we have a chance to showcase and learn what these other players are up to. ThundeR we have seen a little bit before last year. Not too impressively. Luna, I really think this is the first time I'm seeing him. It looked decent. Would not say that, wow, this was so amazing. He's going to be a guy to definitely look out for in 2020. But at least, it's good to know that there's more than just the 6 to 8 Korean players that we see all the time.
Yeah, it took quite some time for Chimiko and Sok to step up their game to the pro level. And yeah, Korea is kind of desperate for new talent. Luna is maybe the only up-and-coming player really from the scene over there. I think I've seen him in some WGL games. It's the second day, by the way, here. It's pretty much a King of the Hill mode that we have. And on day 1, he defeated Kim Chun-sam with 3-1. Give me mod!
Give me mod! I wonder who they're going to be bringing out next week. It's really not that easy to choose from the tier 2 to tier 3 scene in Korea.
Maybe
In
music?
Europe, it's so easy right now. We have so many good aspiring players from all races but Orc, it feels like. Orc, there's like Cash and Spiral, and then that's kind of it.
Let's see, they called it Warcraft Survival Battle before, right? So maybe that can be an indicator. Go, Wikipedia, go! No, that was a different one. I don't know. So we are hosting game number 2. And then we'll get the invites. There we have it.
Nice. Of course, later we're gonna have the pro version. Lawlight versus Michael. Looking forward to this. I haven't seen Michael in what feels like forever. It feels like WCG I saw him the last time. And he wasn't even playing.
He was an admin, indeed. I don't know.
He's not streaming anymore, right?
I haven't seen him streaming forever. He plays with Todd, right? 2-on-2 on Netties?
Yes. Sometimes. But he doesn't stream that either, right?
I don't know.
Yeah, he used to stream so much on his channel.
Yeah.
But I haven't seen it in forever.
Thank you very much. Emerald381 for the 3-month resub and People Frag for the 43 month. I met 2 fans yesterday, by the way, at the concert. That was sweet. They took selfies with me and all.
What did you talk about? Clap AoE?
Just rocket beans, and they were asking when the second episode of Remo versus Neo is happening.
Whoa. That's going to be pretty hype.
Indeed. Not this week, not next week, but maybe down the road.
So map 2 coming up. Somehow Terrana Stand made it through the vetoes, which is greatly surprising me. Wait.
What?
Did Luna choose this as the loser map?
Michael did. ThundeR did.
Ah, yeah.
Luna won the first match.
Yeah, never mind. Somehow I thought ThundeR won.
You little hungover as well, Remo?
No, didn't sleep very well though.
Again.
I couldn't fall asleep yesterday forever, which normally never happens to me. I was just tossing and turning in bed, unable to sleep. So annoying.
Tossing, huh?
And
yeah,
turning.
I know that feel. One of these days. Hopefully not tonight, because then you pretty much have to make it through the entire day. As we have to get up at 3 a.m. tonight.
Hell yeah.
Oh, fuck that.
Did you, by the way, are you going to bring a second suitcase for your weighted blanket?
No. I think the hotel blanket must be fine.
How heavy is it again?
12 kilograms.
Oh, okay. If it was more than 20, I don't know how that would work, because it's like 22 kilograms per suitcase, I think. But there must be certain exceptions. Maybe you would just have to pay an extra $200 to get your weighted blanket on the flight.
Yeah, not worth it. Usually I sleep like a baby in hotels. I don't know why that is.
Blood Mage, dude.
Yeah.
Hells yeah.
Pointing this out as well. Oh, I imagine this would be a Dreadlord now. What a nice battle that would be. But since this is Terrana Stand, I can definitely see Zeppelin drops.
Yeah, certainly will be involving an expansion. Acolyte runs into the creeps. I don't like that. Wouldn't it be a... Wait, what's he doing?
Is he getting rid of the mana so he can't lightning shield anymore? But that doesn't... Does it work?
Yeah, he forced a lot of purge. And, okay, he pre-applied frost armor everywhere.
Yeah.
Flame strike creeping. But wouldn't it be so much better if you had a Shadow Priest right here? Like if the Shadow Priest was stolen by Luna. Okay, he's going for the natural creep himself. It is a ghoul build once again with the Death Knight with a sacrificial skull.
Wait,
A
what?
player's forces are
Hell
under
yeah.
attack.
Blood
the
Mage
expo.
first versus Undead expansion. What the hell is this match?
It's a pretty fun one.
Again, he sold the town portal. I mean, with an expansion, it makes sense.
Yeah.
Since he will be close to home and it's very expensive to set up.
Talisman for the DK is alright. We'll certainly get some value over time. For the Blood Mage, we have the one of Mana Steel. That probably, especially early game, is going to have higher impact. But not the most amazing items for either here. Footman Scout now comes in towards the expo, sees what's going on, and that is the big deal. So now the question is, how is Thunder going to react? Is he going to go aggressively against this or just counter expand?
Look,
Calling Militia certainly looks like a counter expansion attempt. Will be his level 3 as well. Should be.
Swoop. Flame Strike again. Wind of Mana Stealing is decent. And Siphon Mana, man, he can Flame Strike as much as he wants with this spell combo. But Luna is the aggressor here. Crystal Ball, nice to confirm more. And ghouls are coming for the Saraz.
The issue with Blood Mage is you don't have Stormbolt, you don't have Watch Elemental, so you don't have the best means of dealing with harass. If everything attacks you in one place, yeah, then Flame Strike is good, and you can always siphon the DK, of course. But if there's like 5 ghouls in the main, 6 ghouls at the expo, that's where things get really dangerous. And that's exactly what Luna is doing. I think he's going for the perfect counterplay, which I'm really impressed with. Like, this Blood Mage first is seen sometimes, but not all that many times. It took me, for example, a long time to realize what the big weakness of this Blood Mage is, but Luna absolutely knows, and boy, is he punishing the weakness of this Blood Mage first hero.
Yeah, there's no
Player's
tower.
forces are under
There's
attack.
nothing really to help him with this. But there's a Berserker and a Footman, and soon to be a Blood Mage at the expansion of Luna. So he will start to trade.
And Luna needs to get a Telly Staff. Oh, he already has one. Wow. Dude, he's playing this so well.
Remo's in love.
Oh, Flame Strike damage against the Haunted. It's close. There's 2 Acolytes here for repair. I'm not sure if this is good enough. This could be a kill on the Haunted. Flame Strike is cooling down. Oh my god, it's so close. Wow.
Got it.
That was, I think, 50 HP. Oh, Blood Mage, though, TP's into the main, but has the cloak to survive with. Oh my goodness.
Pretty action-packed game here.
Man, this is a lot of fun.
I love it. It's such a blessing after 5 games of tanks to see this. Like, this is possible, pro players.
I'm pretty sure if ever Thunder gets to 2 bases, we're gonna see tanks. Like, Blood Mage and tanks go greatly together.
Player's
Yeah, if
forces
the game
are
isn't
under
over
attack.
by then. I mean, he killed the first Haunted Goldmine already. He is level 3. Oh, what is he? Oh, no,
Oh.
Coil. But Frostmourne hungers and the shop isn't ready. Bye, Blood Mage.
Ooh, that's a lot of experience. If the DK had Rod of Necromancy here, this would be
Yeah.
very painful.
I was about to say, like, it's kind of easy with level 2 Flame Strike to kill a Haunted Goldmine, as you can't really repair against it because then the Acolytes all die. But yeah, if your Blood Mage is benched, that's an issue. We have tier 1 versus tier 1, right? Okay, Luna is teching, but 6 minutes in, only tier 1.
Man, this is a great game. I like this.
Yep.
And all things considered, this Blood Mage loss isn't too impactful. We still don't have the expansion coming up. Luna is killing a few units, but not that many.
A
Thank you,
player's
Death Note, for the
forces
host,
are
by the
under
way.
attack.
Yeah. Good boy.
Oh, I love this Telly Staff on the DK. Telly Staff on Terranos in general is so good. Oh, perfect timing here seems like for Luna to come in towards the expansion. That should be another canceler. However, question is, how expensive is it gonna be? Oh, Luna is... I was thinking perhaps starting the Expo, the Mercamp creep, but not gonna do that. Expo cancel accomplished, but now you need to evacuate as well without too many losses.
Well, Shadow Priest
Player's
will
forces are
fall,
under attack.
and the second one as well.
Early level 4 DK is really nice. He and everything else is gonna be so fast. There we go. Level 4 acquired. Oh man, ThundeR is still tier 1.
Yep.
No expansion.
Yep. 7 minutes 30.
Problematic.
I mean, the Blood Mage can buy a lot of time
A player's forces are under
if
attack.
played well. But he needs staffs or zeppelins or some kind of mobility for that. But we have tier 2 now for Luna. Slaughterhouse. Once again, the gargoyle. I love this. There has to be a zeppelin at some point. And then he has the garg ready. Great.
Yeah, and in fact, we have our human going towards the lab. And that will most certainly be a zeppelin
A
pickup.
player's forces are under attack.
The flame strike creeping. So nice.
And level 4. It's always a really good level for the Blood Mage. Now we have level 2 Siphon, which is insanely strong, and level 2 Flame Strike, which is also good. Here comes a Zeppelin. I like that a Mud Golem was purchased, so that can control the Gargoyle somewhat well.
Huh. True.
Oh, and the Garg is scouting for the Zeppelin play. My god, Luna, he's making a lot of right moves.
But ThundeR with the counterplay, so he can't
Player's
prevent this
forces are
anymore,
under
and that
attack.
is once again a cancelled Haunted Goldmine for the 3rd time.
A town is under siege.
Yeah, the Lich is coming in. Man, nice comeback play here by our human player. But he's still only tier 1.
Yeah. He has
Cool
to do
run by.
this. Oh, sorry.
We'll run by into the main, but there's a guard tower here which will deal with this over time. Oh, the one guard gets taken out. That Mud Golem saved so much right here.
Muddy, you derpy, wonderful mascot. Oh, sweet block to kill. Oh, almost killed this ghoul.
A player's forces are under
Damn,
attack.
the Koreans are bringing in some nice little micro moves here. But in the end, it's still tier 2 versus tier 1. The Blood Mage is saved. And another gargoyle killed. Lich comes in. I feel like, yeah, these expo cancels are nice and all, but he needs to bring this damage to the main to somehow get back into this game.
I think he needs to get to 2 bases. Like, all these economic cuts and bruises are okay, but I don't think without a second base you can ever actually have a good army. Like, this is a mass merc army, which is okay. It's not that amazing though. Even if the Lich dies here, it's only level 1 hero, it's not that bad. DK's trying to deny him. Look out for it. Okay, never mind.
Forces are under attack.
Oh, but the Mud Golem now almost doesn't have any mana anymore. Can you give mana to the Mud Golem? Oh, yes, you can.
Yeah.
Look at that. Damn.
I think I've never seen this before. It's super fast as well.
And even one peasant here to repair the Zeppelin. Again, coming in towards the Haunted. It's almost finished. But again, it's gonna be cancelled. Dude, what the hell?
Oh, Blood Mage though. It can't go into the Zeppelin. I think there's no TP. The Blood Mage falls for the second time. And he takes out the Zeppelin as well. Muddy falls finally. Haunted Goldmine again so close, but with the Blood Mage falling twice, this is double G's and 2-0 for Luna.
That was a fun game.
That was
Very cool.
a super fun game.
Very unusual, but also a good showcase of why we don't sit on the top level. Blood Mage first. Like, it can actually be decent if you get to 2 bases and then Zeppelin and Flame Strike and you tech behind and tanks and all that good stuff that we enjoy so much. But early on, against exactly this, the double ghoul run by, it's so hard to deal with.
Yeah. We saw this Saturday by Fortitude against WFZ, and WFZ went for a Fiend opening, not a Ghoul opening. And he knew this would be coming. He saw it, but he couldn't do anything against it. There was a Zeppelin, there was a drop, there was a Flame Strike onto the Haunted Goldmine in the main, and then no resources anymore. Swoop, WFZ out.
Yeah, against Fiends, Blood Mage is much better. Because with Fiends, you can't go for these 2-pronged attacks nearly as easily. But against Ghouls, he heavily struggles, so... Yeah, I'm really impressed with how well Luna knew exactly what to do.
Is it your new favorite player?
No. He has a long way to go before that.
Would you say that... How do I put this? Like, it's known that I love mango, right? Could Luna be your mango?
No, Shaddai is my mango.
Damn. Okay. Where is he, by the way?
Inactive, apparently.
Have to sign him.
Otherwise, he would be taken over Europe, of course.
Of course.
Speaking of undeads from Europe, tonight we're gonna have a show at 1900 CET where Ente, X-Lord, and Juan are announcing their team together here on our beloved stream. They have made it quite an interesting secret over the last couple of days and weeks. They're gonna be joining a team. Who's it gonna be? We're gonna find out tonight.
Yeah, I mean, we know, obviously.
You like rubbing that in, don't you, Neo?
Little. It's gonna be good.
This evening, we're all gonna find out, and Ente's definitely gonna be going to Anaheim.
Yeah.
Wait, is Juan also going? I forgot.
I don't think so. Not, like, as far as I know, no.
But Ente will be there, Neutron, and of course the 8 invited. ESL Pro Tour Anaheim. Only 2 days away now? Something like that?
Something like this, something like that.
2.5 days away. It's going to be Friday evening. I hope all you guys are going to be joining us and are going to be staying late into the night because we want to make ESL Pro Tour as big, as successful as possible. We want to see that the Warcraft 3 scene is active and alive, and a very good idea to keep hosting tournaments for.
Absolutely. When we're back from Anaheim, there's no rest. We're coming back on Tuesday, and on Wednesday we're going to stream the Heroes Hearth Invitational for 2 days straight.
Yeah.
And then there's the Rising Star season finals as well coming up. So the week after Anaheim is going to be packed
Hell yeah.
with great Warcraft.
We've been really blessed in the European scene. Like already before these 2 tournaments, before Anaheim, we've had so many weekly tourneys. It seems like the European scene is really alive right now. There's so much stuff happening. New players rising as well. We saw Vortex, X-Lord once again getting involved.
Starshape stepping it up. Kiwikaki back in shape. It's really cool. Like, Europe is the most interesting scene at the moment. Of course, China a little hurt by Corona.
Yeah. China plus Korea certainly is still the strongest scene, but there's so much happening in Europe. There's so much influx. Yeah. Like, Happy's number 1. And behind that are Foggy and Hog. I think that's pretty much still the status quo. But beyond that, everything is in contention right now. Everyone is battling. Everyone is trying to improve, get better, get up there. It's been great fun observing this, keeping track of it over the last couple of weeks and throughout the course of the year. We have map 3 now. We have Luna in the lead, 2-0. Is he the new Hug?
Well, so far we've only seen Ghoul openings. Would be like, let's see what he does now. And question here for ThundeR: what hero will we see it? We have an Archmage. We had a Blood Mage. Is it Mountain King time? Maybe is it Paladin time?
And they're all playable. I wouldn't be too surprised to see an MK here. We're gonna find out now.
Archmage.
Oh, he's thinking about it. Oh, no, he's not. Okay, AM. All right, so the first time we see a very, very standard opening from both. We have a Tet Fiend built by Luna and an AM build by our human player. The standard formula to follow here would be fast expansion. There are different options. You can still go 1 base tier 3 tech, but unless your name is Hawk, that chance is rather low, I would say. So I'm expecting the fast expo here. No early ghoul pressure really with this build available. So not that much aggressive potential, but a faster tech and an easier Fiend transition for Luna, which might make for a stronger mid and late game.
Yeah, this could be the first normal game in this entire series. Which speaks for the creativity of these Koreans. Remo, since Anaheim is during Carnival, are you gonna dress up on stream?
No. I think it would be pretty weird if I was the only one. Also, the first time I'm ever working for DreamHack. I mean, you know what? I'm actually kind of confident that they would find it pretty funny.
Yeah.
But, no. I don't even have a costume. I lost my costume last year.
You didn't rebuy the wig.
I did not. Damn. I would have done it if I had been here for Carnival, but I am not.
So sorry, man. But this is how serious Remo takes this. His favorite time of the year, Carnival, and he ditches it for Warcraft 3. What a role model.
And Neo isn't even gonna go to DreamHack potentially because he wants to see a concert.
It's a festival.
Whatever. Festivals, concerts multiplied.
That's true. And day drinking involved, which is great. I love it.
I'm a fan of that as well, I have to admit. Long range coil. He got it. Okay, that was close. Look at that replenishment on the DK.
So good, Remo.
So nice. And the level 2.
This is again looking decent for Luna, man. Only 2 peasants remaining. Rujanwook, ThundeR, Michael.
Neo, don't mouse over the replenishment. Did you do it already?
No.
Okay, good. I want to do an experiment with Chad right now. Chad, without looking it up, guess how much does replenishment regenerate? Replenishment potion. How much HP, how much mana? Guess right now.
Unfortunately, we have a little bit of a delay because I forgot to disable it. So in 90 seconds, we will have it. It was so funny at the Iron Couch when you talked about it with Terra? Yeah.
Yeah, already back then I had the idea that perhaps we should put this item in the Unnet shop. And Terra was like, no way! No way! That would be way too good. And I feel like a lot of people may have a similar line of thought, which is why I'm asking Chad right now what they think the values are. Because I think a lot of people overestimate how much it does.
Yeah. Okay, now the item is gone and people will have answered it. So how much is it?
It is 200 HP and 75 mana.
Yeah. It's 1 coil and a heal cell.
Less than a regen scroll that the humans can get, which is only because regen scroll is 225 HP. And it's less than a clarity. Yeah. Because a clarity is 100 mana.
It's half a heal cell.
A town is under siege.
And heal cell comes. Yeah. It's really not that good.
A player's forces are under attack.
But it can be really good to get 1 additional coil.
Yeah.
Or
in the right situation, it's really nice. Like you TP out low HP and then you can pop that thing. Yeah. But what I really like about trying to balance and buff/nerf races with consumables is it's pretty easy to adjust properly the strength of it. Which means, for example, if Moonstone is too strong, you can make it cheaper and turn on the dials properly that way. If it's too weak, you can make it cheaper. If you try to do that with an orb, it's a lot more difficult because you buy the orb once, and whether it's 300 gold or 450 gold, throughout the course of the game, it can get so much or so little value that it's still really hard to properly have the cost and effect adjusted. Yeah. But with a consumable, you use it once and then it's gone. So it's much, much, much easier to have the proper value on it, you know.
Chat was horribly wrong, overestimating it. You were right. Your experiment worked. Over time, the right answer came in, but the initial 10 to 15 answers were wrong. Nice arrival of the Lich, by the way. Right as ThundeR was trying to get into the base. Here's the Lich. Boom. Nova slows everything down, killing so many footmen. Down to 28. And this Archmage is hurt. There is almost a Coil Nova. But he denied everything, by the way.
Yeah, that was a good job.
A player's forces are under attack.
DK level 3, and now the IM's one coil away from dying.
Arm was already in the air.
He was very, very close. I always like when Units do this. Like, you deal with the footies, with the with the fiends and the heroes, and always send at least some skeletons on the AM. So there's always some pressure on the AM. And even if you don't damage him too much, he has to run, he has to fall back, he has to attack the skeletons. So he's not putting damage on statues or fiends. That was a move that 1-0 first showed already at least a year ago or something. And I think in many situations it's very smart.
Do you realize that ThundeR is still on tier 1 and is not teching?
Oh, that's not good.
No! We are halfway to tier 3. And all we have is a couple of footmen, is a couple of towers, not even a shop. Archmage got a Shadow Priest now as a caretaker, but here's the Nova, here's the coil. DK has a potion, so it's not really worth focusing. Defense
is... here.
Oh! Heal, heal, heal as fast as you can.
He's got all the time in the world.
Yeah.
And he's got double rod as well. He can spam these skeletons now between the two heroes in a second if he wants to. And he will. Only one arcane, one guard tower at the expo. Tier 3 for the Unit about to finish. Still no tier 2 tech for ThundeR. Ouch.
8 minutes 20. Still the potion. And there's no real threat. There's no Stormbolt. There's no Holy Light. There is... Okay, no coil to finish off this Archmage. But soon to have a Nova. I guess that's it then.
I think this was a few big mistakes here by our human player. Extending into the main with the footies as he did, I think was way too aggressive. Taking a lot of damage with the AM, then deciding to go for the Merc Camp at a dangerous time. And of course, never starting the tech. Normally, with tier 3 rolling in, this should be pretty easy to close out now for Luna.
I agree. Just waiting for the nukes or for destroyers, which is 1/3 done. Even Backpack coming in. These so expensive Maulers about to die. He's basically hanging on by these water elementals and some mercs. As he has a lot of gold, but nowhere to put it.
Yeah. And for Luna, we're gonna have Orb, Destroyers, and third hero coming in a moment.
Love the Backpack upgrade.
The Dark Ranger.
A player's forces are
So he doesn't have to send the DK back or anything. Just Backpack is enough.
Yeah. And there's one tower against all of this.
Yeah.
The town is under siege.
An Arcane Tower.
I think the idea here for our human player was oh, coil, AM dead. I don't think I have time to finish my thought. No, I don't. GG. And that's it. 3-0.
Damn.
Short and sweet.
Luna on fire. Well played throughout the entire series. No major mistakes. Just solid play. Pretty creative as well. Good ghoul play, which was not to be expected. And even though he played normal on game 3, it was just nice and easy and simple.
ThundeR didn't make necessarily a lot of bad mistakes, but you know, that's the difficulty with human on the top level or close to the top level. There's tons of decisions to make, and only a few of them are really good. And it's the Hawks and THs and Infies who always make the right decisions, and then they always have the right answer at the right time. Game 1 was way too greedy. Game 2 with the Blood Mage was really risky. And Game 3 was just a little sloppy. And those mistakes lead to 3 losses.
So, we have another series coming up. It's a best of 7 between Lawliot and Michael. So, Undead versus Night Elf coming. On day 1, Lawliot defeated Soin with 4-0, making quite a statement. But before we go into the series, we go into a little break. Stay tuned!